guys, Lizardlea here for New York Giants. Again, I'm gonna finish this today, so I don't need to do a day one or a part one. So, just gonna get to it. So I'm really glad I watched the last 2 minutes of my last video because we were both like, what's next? I don't know. What did we talk about last? And I was like, I remember Berserk. And then at the end of it, I was like, we get to talk about Yu Yu Hakusho. So I was like, oh my gosh, I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, just a tad.
Go, handsome man. This is my second favorite show of all time.
And I've seen maybe a season and a half of it,
You
or two.
disgust me.
Yeah. Well, no, I've seen more than that. Or I've seen bits and pieces of lots of seasons of it, but I haven't watched it all. And I watched quite a bit, and I don't know. I got through the tournament arc. Which tournament arc?
Dark Tournament was the best.
Yeah.
Season 2 is my favorite.
So the short summary, I don't know. High school punk sacrifices himself, finds out there's an afterlife of sorts, and learns to be Goku. I think that's fair.
He becomes a spirit detective.
Yeah, how much detecting does he do?
It's just his job title.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't right now. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes Goku.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I think he's a way better character than Goku because and now we're in spoiler territory again. Let's see, what is it? Season 3, he gets shot several times and killed, legitimately killed.
Goku dies legitimately.
Okay, yeah, from a heart attack. They have medicine and it fixes that, so that timeline doesn't exist anyways. And then when he died by getting exploded or whatever, he freaking came right back.
Does he get exploded?
Well, yeah, doesn't he take Cell and he instant
Cell,
transportation to somewhere
else?
else?
No, he's dead for a while there. I mean...
Okay, yeah, he just has a halo.
Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap at cost. Anyways, so back on Yu Yu Hakusho. Should I just go first since I have much less to say since I didn't watch as much?
Go for it.
Sure. Okay, I thought it was good because this is by the guy who did Hunter x Hunter, which I also like. And it shows... he did it earlier, and it shows sort of the same things that, why Hunter x Hunter is good, because the characters actually have depth and something to them. They are not literally just Gokus or whatnot. Although Liz is now going to shank me in my sleep because I said that.
I like Dragon Ball Z, you guys, but yeah, Goku and Superman are both two characters that I'm just wow.
But which one would win in a fight? Never mind.
According to the things I've watched, it depends on the star that they're by.
Right, okay, so anyways.
Well, because Superman draws his powers from specific types of stars.
Yeah.
So, but, if you put Goku in a situation where he just wants to win, he will win.
Apparently, yeah.
He can just absorb power for 3 episodes and then he'll win.
Pretty much. So yeah, I don't know, when I first started watching the show, it was on. Again, this is back in high school. It was just there. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really love it, because especially early on, it's pretty standard formula.
I will say season 1 isn't the best.
And it's got this weird hook. Well, so, this is something that I didn't see more until I got older, and again, Hunter x Hunter does this, but, the first arc is not how the rest of this is going to go.
Oh, no, not
because, I figured the whole thing was going to be, oh, how's this guy going to come back to life? Detective Conan still is, 8 years old, and it's been, 2 in-world years after 60 years of manga or whatever. So, I assumed it was just going to be, oh, this show will be about him being dead, and by the end of the arc, he's no longer dead. It's basically as if it never happened, other than the fact that he has powers now. And he's met all the spirit people, and there's the pacifier kid, and blah, blah, blah.
Koenma.
Koenma,
His name is Lord Koenma.
Yes, dear. Love you, dear. Life is good.
Fire kid. I'm going to murder him, you guys.
It's not wrong. So...
You could have, asked me his name, and I would have told you his name.
And there's the old hag.
You do not talk about Genkai that way. I swear I will kill you.
This is so much more
You
fun.
will die. A fiery death.
So anyways, no, about the time they get to Genkai is I think where it gets kind of interesting, because you start to see how he writes, and shows off, like, these characters aren't just here to be plot points and a speed bump. Yeah, we have to go meet the dream team. Like, okay, we get the Kuwabara because he's...
I hated Kuwabara the first time I watched the show. Like, I legitimately did not like him. And then the second time I started watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, he's all heart. Like, I love Kuwabara. He's still not my favorite, but I love him.
Yeah. So you get the Kuwabara, you get the Vegeta, you get the cool guy.
Excuse me?
I did that one on purpose.
What did you call Hiei?
You heard me.
Hiei is my favorite character.
Yeah, I know.
You are going to die.
Yeah.
Our nice new couch isn't here yet, honey. Would you like to sleep on this ugly, falling apart thing?
I mean, I've done it before. So anyways.
Not because I made you.
No, true.
You're about to.
Yes, dear. So
what are you going to call Kurama? What's his stereotype?
I already said the pretty boy.
Oh, the pretty boy. Okay.
I mean,
my mom legitimately thought it was a woman when he
when
he showed on the screen, and I was like, Mom, that's Kurama. He's a guy. And she's like, okay, Liz.
And his
and I was
superpower is he gets prettier.
Mommy, he just has long hair. Like, men can have long hair.
And his special transformation is he gets prettier.
I don't know. I think Kurama's prettier than Yoko. Kurama, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So, no, the show is actually good. It's fun driving Liz nuts, but, like I said, I definitely, like, my strongest memories are, I swear there's, like, an episode where they fake every character's death. Not like as in, but, like, everyone sacrifices themselves, air quotes, so that, I can't remember the main character's name now.
Yusuke?
Yusuke, thank you. So that Yusuke can go spirit shotgun the bad guy. I remember that...
Are you talking about when they're fighting the other people in the games and they
all
each have to stay behind?
He has to, like, hold a ceiling up that's gonna crush him or
something.
something.
The kings, the four kings.
Yeah, that.
Or wait. No, I think you're talking about Kurama's holding stuff up. Heck, I have no idea.
Whatever, it's stuck in my mind. And I remember it being
but if it's the kings, like, Kurama's taken out by the rock guy, Kuwabara's fighting the tiger in the lava pit, Hiei takes out the water dragon, and then Yusuke has to fight...
I feel it's earlier than that.
That's it's like season 1, like the beginning of season 2.
Then maybe it is.
Because it's very early on.
Either way, I remember feeling like, this is kind of cliche, like, we've pretended everybody died or lost.
I loved those fights. Those were awesome.
The fights
and they all
cool.
won. It was great.
Well, no, again, like, I'm not thinking... See, that's the thing, is you're saying fights, and I don't remember any fights. This is just, like, traps in a castle or something.
They were in a castle.
Yeah, so, he lost to a stone ceiling. Anyways, they get really good, though. I really like the Dark Tournament arc. Do you remember what I'm talking about now?
Yes. He holds it up, but they all get out.
Well, yeah, but they pretend he dies, and he didn't, like, obviously. Because he's part of the
You knew
dream
he
team.
wasn't going to because he's so fast. Literally, you blink and he's already behind you and your head's been cut off.
Okay, look, obviously I screwed up hard on Death Note and whatever, but no, I'm just disengaging from this. So, the Dark Tournament arc is where the show starts to get really good. Because as cliche as a tournament arc is, it's a really well done one.
Oh my god, it is one of my favorite arcs of, like, any show.
And I think one of the big reasons is because it lets everybody show off. It's not like, oh, let's watch everyone get murked before the hero comes in and does something. Everyone gets their moments of cool.
Well, and everyone also gets their butt handed to them.
Well, yeah,
which I also like, because that's realistic.
Yeah, and so it does a good job of establishing, like, hey, these are credible threats. Hey, look, they overcame them. Hey, wasn't that cool? It's just a nice, simple way to do it. And I remember thinking it was well done, It was very cool, and there was some depth to it outside of the main character needs to go punch the bad guy in the face really hard. And that is about where my strict knowledge of Yu Yu Hakusho ends, because after that was, like, really random episodes that I would just catch, because I didn't have time to watch it back to back, so I saw bits and pieces here, bits and pieces there, I'd see 3 or 4 episodes in a row here or there, and that does not make that show make any more sense, because I'm like, well, they're fighting in another tournament. Weren't they just in a tournament? I thought we finished the tournament. And it just, yeah.
So my introduction to the show, I want to say, was a few episodes in...
Oh god, help, she's killing me!
Season 3, I think, actually. It was around the time when Kuwabara was learning how to cut through dimensions. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's season 3. And it did make a lot of sense, but I liked all of the characters. I thought it was super interesting. Had a huge crush on Hiei. He was the coolest thing ever. We were living in Spain the first time I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. And every time we went to the BX, I would go straight to the DVDs and try and find more Yu Yu Hakusho. And every time I did, I would buy it. And back then, it was like a $10 thing. And so every time I lost a tooth, I would go and buy some Yu Yu Hakusho, or I would beg my parents to buy me it.
Out back with a claw hammer. Sure.
Oh gosh, no. My teeth only came out when they were ready to come out, and I pulled them all out myself. Well, no, okay, I didn't, like, have to do the door trick. I just wiggled it until it eventually popped out. Anyways, so yeah, it was super confusing. And then I finally got all of the seasons, and I watched it in order, and the very first episode, Yusuke dies. And somehow, I was not aware of this. Like, they don't talk about it a lot, that, like, yeah, he died, and that's how he became a spirit detective, and he came back to life. Like, they don't mention it a lot after season 1.
I will straight say, the fact that he, A, died in the first episode, and B, is a spirit detective are 2 facts you don't need to know about the show because they basically don't matter after the first arc.
I mean, yes, him dying you don't need to know, because
This
it has no relevance.
He has literally done nothing but punch people in the face since he got on screen. Detecting.
Spirit detective.
Spirit detective.
Anyways,
we need to get some spirit
so yeah,
rights.
it was a really crazy experience for me watching it out of order, because I was constantly just like, wait, what? Like, I remember seeing a few episodes of the Dark Tournament, like the one where Kurama is fighting that, what is it, the painting guy? I think it's the painting guy, and he ends up having the plants sprout out of one of his wounds. So that was one of the first few episodes I saw, and I was like, this is so freaking cool. Like, what? I've never seen a show do this. Like, I was used to Sailor Moon and Digimon and Pokemon, which are, you know, wholesome and beautiful.
And Digimon gets pretty messed up, though.
Seasons 1 and 2 were what I grew up with, and they weren't that bad.
Isn't there? No, I guess it's not that early on.
I mean,
When's the clown? Is he later?
That's season 1.
It can't be season 1. Season 1?
The clown, yeah.
Devilmon.
The clown.
No, the clown. Not Devilmon.
No. What? Okay, Google it, honey. Devilmon looks like a devil.
Yes.
The clown looks like a clown.
Yeah.
That's season 1. Kari's a little girl. Or is it season 2? I swear. Yes, it's that. Because Sora, TK, and Kari are running away from him. And Sora, at some point, they're having to do this trapeze bullcrap. And she's like, oh, Gatomon, you need to trim your claws. Because Americans don't believe in silence and building tension. Because I'm pretty sure in the original, there's no talking. They're just trying to get away. And then Kari and TK are climbing a rope. And he comes up behind them. And then that's how Angemon digivolves.
Okay, this is why I'm confused. Season 1 is 50 episodes.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, it's long. It's over a year. Or is it exactly a year? It's almost a year, yeah. So that would be, it's slightly over a year. That would be why I'm confused. Okay, I'm used to like the 20, never mind.
Yeah, no, you're wrong, and I'm right.
I don't believe you.
Piedmon, battle with Piedmon. Look it up. Piedmon. And tell me if that's the Pokemon or the Digimon that you're talking about.
Episode 50, 51, yeah.
Well, no. You need to
you're
Google.
right,
You need
right.
to Google his
You're
face.
right.
You
I
need to
know
see what the clown looks like.
Yeah, you're right. I meant Arc 1, I guess. I don't know.
No.
Whatever.
No.
Today on
It's
Yu Yu
not Arc
Hakusho.
1. Kari's not in Arc 1, honey.
I know. That was my point. That's what I was arguing.
Why are we talking about Digimon? This is supposed to be about Yu Yu Hakusho.
Because you have to be right.
Well, because I want to know. I want to figure it out. How did you get on that subject? You said you like Kurama.
Yeah.
And I said wholesome, and
was some dark stuff. I'm pretty positive. Don't they like straight up murder Leomon?
Yeah, but you know they always come back. So you cry, you get over it.
Yeah. Okay.
They killed Angemon. He came back. Leomon dies like every season. It's depressing as heck. It's not fair.
Like in Yu Yu Hakusho, where
Who dies every episode or every season?
I was just trying to get you on topic.
I see.
Technically,
All right.
I guess Yusuke's been dead.
No, he came back, so it doesn't count.
It got better.
Okay.
They need a whole lot of.
So, well, I mean, in other ones, I talk about characters. So, Yusuke's interesting. He's voiced by Justin Cook, who I have met, and he is amazing and very funny and very nice. If you have the chance to meet him, you really should. And he was like one of the producers on the show, so like he did a lot of work. It was insane. Or directors? I think it was producer. I don't remember.
For like the localization, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, not the Japanese ones. I watched dub. We've established this. Kuwabara is his best friend / greatest rival thing. And
Yeah, rival.
he loves cats and is wonderful, and he's really good character. Like the first time, like I said, I did not like him the first time around. And I think a big part of that was his voice just threw me off. But as time went by, I was like, that voice fits him really well. I really like Kuwabara. He's actually my brother's favorite character. I think a big part of that was I was trying to explain to my brother how interesting Kuwabara was, and that's when my brother realized, like, yeah, he is a good character. Hiei is my favorite. He has the dragon of the darkness flame, and it's awesome. His other form, where he turns green and has eyeballs everywhere, happens in one episode in season 1, and then it's like never touched on again.
I had totally forgotten about that, which
Yeah.
kind of gets back to my point of there are moments that are weird.
Yeah, season 1 was... I mean, like, from what I remember, when I eventually read the manga, the mangaka didn't want to continue after a certain point, and they told him he had to.
Yeah,
So, you know, he did, and that's why, I mean, like, a lot of people don't like season 4 because it's essentially another Dark Tournament, but not as good, which is true. I liked it, but I prefer the Dark Tournament.
I've heard that.
So,
he didn't
it's
want
just
to
a retread.
Yeah, no, I heard he didn't want to continue, and that supposedly, I don't know how truthful this is, but supposedly he just was gonna like fine then, I'll just keep redoing the same thing until you cancel it because I don't want to do this anymore. So
See, that I don't remember, but I remember they forced him to continue, and he did not want to.
yeah,
And so, like, yeah, you're gonna get what you get when you do that to someone.
yeah.
Yeah, so Hiei.
We call it bleach.
His eyeball form was super weird. They do bring back his third eye, the Jagan, and that I like. I really liked that arc with his sister Yukina. That was great. Yukina made me cry a lot. I ship her and Kuwabara very hard. But I ship Yusuke and Keiko more. Or no. What?
Kikyo, yeah, Kikyo.
I'm trying to say Kagome and Kikyo, and I barely know. What is that show called?
The shoe's on the other foot now.
Inuyasha. I've seen like maybe 12 episodes of that show, you guys. Keiko and Yusuke. That's who I ship. My brain, you guys. I had a long day at work, alright? I'm exhausted right now. So I ship them very hard. So I cry every single time that final episode comes on. I cry so hard. And then, Smile Bomb comes on, and that song's amazing. Who else? Kurama is a really good character. When they had him turn back into Yoko Kurama, that was really interesting. And learning his backstory was insane to me. So I do remember one of the first things I learned about Kurama was when he was fighting, the Game Master, I think his name is. And he's like, yeah, the little kid's gonna die, but it's worth it in order for us to continue on. And so he beats him. And everybody's kind of just like, wow, Kurama has a dark side. And it was so, So I knew from fairly early on that, like, he was not the, wholesome schoolboy that he presents himself to be in the first season. But it was still really cool to see, like, oh yeah, no, he's like 200 plus years old. Like, he's way older. That's part of the reason why he's so smart and good at what he does, because he has the experience to back it up. I did really like all of his fights in the Dark Tournament. I liked everybody's fights in the Dark Tournament. Who am I kidding? But the one he had where the dude with the net is like, oh yeah, we're going to just turn you back until you're a baby and I'm going to step on you. And then out pops Yoko Kurama and he's just like, oh honey, that's not going to work. It was great. I loved Hiei's fights, especially the one with the beast guy. Like, every single form he takes, he's stronger or whatever. And then Hiei's just like, yeah, no, you're dead. Or the Toguro brothers fights were really good with Yusuke and Kuwabara. Especially the elder Toguro brother and Kuwabara. That one always just, oh, my heart. Like, you're so proud of Kuwabara for winning, and he makes his sword into a tennis racket type thing, and he takes him out. It's great. But then you find out Elder Toguro is totally fine, and he tries to join in the fight with his younger brother, and then his younger brother just hits him into the sky like Team Rocket. It was great. Elder Toguro was horrible.
Yeah, I forgot he was a thing.
Yeah, he was creepy. He was so creepy. The younger Toguro, though, I shipped him with Genkai, of course.
How shocking.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you give me a ship and you do it well, I will love it. I will ship it. I do. When they're both dead and they're at the crossroads, I'm just like, every time, it's so beautiful. Yusuke's fight with, what's his name? Is it Cho? Oh, I think I have the wrong name. He's like the drunken fist guy, and then they end up putting the knives on the floor, and they have to hold their foot against it, and they just punch each other until someone falls over.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Chu. I think it's Chu. Not Cho. I think it's Chu. I think his name is Chu. That one was a really good fight. I loved Gene. His accent was so much fun, and his flying powers were awesome. And he was voiced by Jerry Jewell. And he went to Anime Vegas for like 10 years in a row, which was awesome. I was not here for those 10 years. I was only here for like 8, 9, and 10, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, that was a good character.
What about the pacifier kid?
Koenma. Koenma is a great character. I also had a crush on his older looking form. Very good looking guy. Yes.
He's got a cape.
He did have a cape.
Yeah.
He used it well. It was great.
Did he ever fight?
Mostly it was his hair. He had beautiful hair. Like what your hair looks like right now.
His
Because you
hair
can't
was
get it
shorter.
cut. No, it wasn't. Look it up. Look it up.
Did you not see go in the hair?
You just have to find it without the hat. See?
It's shorter than mine. I have like the thing going.
It's long, honey. It's long
But
it's long for most guys.
Yeah,
Look at that. He's so attractive.
yes.
Love it. Botan was a great character. I really
Paddling.
liked her. What?
She has an oar.
She has a paddle. Yes, the
Yeah.
river Styx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
Did you want to say something about Botan?
No, not really. Again, I thought she'd be a lot more important than she was. That was...
I mean, she was the one who had the items and stuff.
Well, like, again, it kind of winds up going back to, like, he builds big worlds, and so, like, in Hunter x Hunter, there's a lot of characters you meet who appear to be important, and they are for that arc, and then you don't see them again, or you barely see them again, and...
I mean, Botan is in every single season, almost every episode.
Yeah, but, like, I figured she barely does anything, though.
Well, yeah, usually she has to leave and tell Lord Koenma something.
Yes, she's a telephone.
Yeah, pretty much.
then there was the egg with Pooh, and they made a big deal out of that, and it didn't matter at all.
Pooh. Oh my gosh. When the Dark Tournament is happening, and Yusuke is stuck in that cave, and Pooh is going to get him water, I cry every single time, because he's got it in his ears, and he's trying really hard, and then he trips.
I'm sorry?
It's just so beautiful. It's so sad. And then he turns into this huge dragon.
Does he?
Yes! Oh my god, you didn't know?
Spoilers, Liz.
Why do you think I love Boo so much? He turns into a huge dragon. He's huge. They can ride on him.
I have never seen this.
Oh my gosh, what handsome man. We have to watch the whole show. This is not okay. Dude, Pooh dragon form.
I'm getting there.
You wrote Poe. See, look, dragon.
That's a crane?
No, I know it's a bird, but like I like to call him a dragon.
That is a crane.
Shh. No, I like to call him a dragon because he's not real. He's blue. It's a dragon.
This is the most. He's got a beak, for Christ's sake.
And feathers, yes, but I like to call him a dragon.
Either way, I
Feels
did not
cool.
know he did that.
You did. I mean, what? Did you know that Envy in Full Metal Alchemist also has more than one form?
Yes, dear.
Are you sure?
Goku too. And one of them, he doesn't have eyebrows. I have never seen this. I have no memory of this.
What? No, we have to watch Yu Yu Hakusho now, honey. No, this is wrong. What are you typing? What are you looking up? Look, when he's in the cave. I can't.
Oh, there he is. He fell over.
Yeah, it's so sad. He was trying so hard to bring Yusuke some water.
I remember that.
And then he tripped. And that's what makes Yusuke just get up and keep going, because he doesn't want Pooh to die, and they're linked. Who else would you like me to sob about? Genkai is amazing. I really like how strong she is. Like, one of the strongest characters on the show is an old woman. Heck yeah. And, then she sacrifices herself and her powers and dies. But when she uses her powers, she turns back into her young, beautiful self, and that's really cool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've literally named every character I can name on the show. So.
I see.
I can't force you into others because I don't have any memory of any others.
One of the first episodes I saw was with the sniper guy, the one who throws dice and other things. Like, whenever he throws them, it always hits his target. And he's going after Yusuke and Hiei. I remember having a crush on him. There are a lot of good-looking characters on this show.
I'm beginning to sense a theme as to why you may have liked the show.
I said used to. I don't anymore.
I know.
And I still love the show.
Yeah,
like, it's a great show. It just also happens to have good-looking characters.
Actually,
How many guys do you know that have seen Sailor Moon specifically because the Sailor Scouts were hot? 95% of them. The other 5% are all gay.
The guys I know watched Sailor Moon.
John did. Didn't he? I swear he said he did.
Maybe. I don't know if it was because they were hot, though. John listens to,
Just because he listens to, white girl music does not mean anything.
I mean, it seems very related to this story,
sure. Okay.
I'm just saying, if someone's going to have to pretend to be a small white girl, John's going to do a better job at it than I am.
You would both fail, because
John
you're a tall white guy, and he's a big black guy, so no, you would both fail.
But he would do better.
Online, yes.
Yes.
At the keyboard, I would believe him over you as being a white girl.
But no, I actually don't know that many people who watch Sailor Moon, period. Or because
every guy I have met who's told me he's watched it, he was like, oh, I had a crush on Sailor Mars, or whatever. Like, they always liked one of the ladies.
I got bored one day and it was on TV, and I remember sitting in my parents' bedroom watching it because it was on and being like, this is weird. I don't get this.
You're wrong.
It was like halfway through a season.
Do you remember anything?
I remember being like, that guy's name is Tuxedo Mask, because he's in a tuxedo and he wears a mask.
Wow.
Okay, I'm on board.
So that could be any season. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking...
Probably except for Stars.
They were doing like a... Well,
Stars.
no, the thing I remember most vividly is they were doing a marathon, and for whatever reason they had a not great-looking gentleman dressed up in the Sailor Scout uniform in between episodes to hype the next one. So that's my main...
So that has nothing to do with the show itself. Okay.
No, but that's like what's seared into my retina.
I see.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Anyway, so Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay. So, that happened. Are you on drugs, honey?
No. It did happen.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I was there. I was in middle school, I think. I don't know.
I was in, elementary school when I started watching Sailor Moon. And that was in Germany, so that was 1st through 4th grade. Yu Yu Hakusho was Spain, which was 4th to 7th grade. Sailor Moon was also at that time. Like, that was when I really started to get into anime, was in middle school in Spain. Because I was finally, like, getting some money. So if I wanted to buy a show and my parents wouldn't buy it for me, I would. Let's see, what else can I talk about with Yu Yu Hakusho? I liked the last season. It's not my favorite. I know most people hate it because it's the Dark Tournament, but not as good. But I liked it. I really like, oh gosh, what's her name? Mokuro? The female king that Hiei kind of is with. She's missing one of her eyeballs. She can literally cut reality. I think it's Mokuro.
That sounds familiar.
I don't know, Google it.
Look it up. Look it up.
Well, I mean, you look like you want to, so I don't know. I mean, when you first meet her, she's covered in bandages, and you don't even know that it's a woman.
Mukuro. I have no memory of this
Yep.
person.
I was right. Oh, it's Mukuro. 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 Yeah, she literally does this, and she slices reality. Like, it's awesome. She's incredibly powerful.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. The king that is Yusuke's dad is like
Yusuke's dad is...
or great grandfather.
I have no memory of this.
I'm just making it very simple. I'm just dumbing it down for myself. Oh, did you have a... Okay, no.
No, I no. Should I?
I don't know if you were looking at pictures or anything. I was going to be like, yeah, he's this one.
He's this one?
Well, Yu Yu Hakusho 3 Kings. He's the one with the really, 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 really long hair. And
I remember
not...
playing a fighting game at some point.
He's the one in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Really, really long
Yeah.
hair. I liked the guy that Kurama was with. Partially because his design was really cool. I love his ears. But also, I thought it was just interesting that he was essentially blackmailing Kurama to work with him, kind of. And he ended up having a kid that he didn't really, like, treat like a kid. He treated the kid like, yeah, you're going to grow up to be the new king. You're going to be a fighter. You're going to be great. And it was interesting. Not necessarily good, but interesting. I really liked it. I will say I wasn't a huge fan of how that tournament ended with, I don't remember, the fat guy winning. I don't remember his name. But it was just like, all the kings and Yusuke and Hiei, they all gave it their all in a previous fight, so they had nothing left. And it's just like, oh, okay. Personally, I would want to be in it for the long haul if I wanted to be the ultimate winner. So it was just very weird that not necessarily a an unknown character, because we did get to meet him earlier, but it was just weird that it wasn't even remotely close to being a main character, is now the king of the demon realm. Like, I don't know, but it was cool. I'll give him that. There's like 3 minutes left ish.
Are you out of Yu Yu Hakusho fun facts?
Well, you didn't talk about like your you said you liked Kurama.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a favorite fight of his?
I the thing that stuck in my mind, especially as like a pivotal moment, was the Dark Tournament fight where he like locks the guy in basically hell, like as the plant eats him.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, that.
Having it burrow into one of his wounds and then just explode afterwards out of him.
Well,
yeah.
then like the entire time the guy thinks he's winning or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was awesome.
It was like, oh, this show is not what I thought it was going to be. That's kind of where that solidified, and it was just memorable, and so it's one of my favorite moments.
And if you don't know Kurama's past, which at that point I don't think you do, it kind of it feels out of character for him, because it's just like, he's the nice one, he's the straight A student, he's a good kid, he almost gave up his life to save his mom, and then he ripped a dude apart with plants.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah. So he's what sticks in my mind the most, I would say. I don't have much else to say because I said it. You know, like it's interesting as a prototype for like Hunter x Hunter. I can really see like, oh yeah, it's obvious this is the same guy. There's a lot in common. Like
there's a Pooh keychain owned by the daughter of the gang.
Yakuza.
Yeah, he was Yakuza. He wasn't? Or
yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
or was he working with them?
Kind of,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, because it's York New City, so
Yeah.
there's some sort of mafioso thing.
Yeah.
And she looks like Botan.
Kind of, but the big thing was that she had a Pooh keychain on her phone.
And it just occurred to me that both shows he decided to have his protagonist have to fight their way through a forest randomly while other people fought their way through a forest randomly that was dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He
And
has
he
a
had
thing for
tournaments
dangerous forests.
It was awesome.
He didn't even finish his tournament arc in Hunter x Hunter.
He didn't?
I mean, in a sense, like they're like, okay, we've got enough money, peace. Like, but there's more floors to the tournament. Nah.
That's true. You're right.
Although eventually in the manga on the top floor, that's where they have Hisoka fight Chrollo.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And we've reached the end of the video.
Hooray.
Woo!
And that is the end of the New York Giants cross-stitch. I got 5 hours and 20 minutes of footage. There it is. New York Giants. It's a football team. I know because I Googled that earlier. I originally thought it was baseball, so I don't know sports. I don't know sports. But I made this for a coworker. Because he's a fan of the New York Giants. I hope.
He is.
I'm pretty sure, like, we were all eating lunch together, and they were talking about sports that they liked, and I swear he said New York Giants, so that's what I typed on my phone. If he doesn't, I'm sure there's someone I work with that likes the New York Giants. I hope.
Why do you have that cross-stitch? Well, nobody likes the Giants.
So, Liz tried to make me a cross-stitch for my birthday, and she doesn't know sport. What?
Well done, dear.
I have nothing else to add. So, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.